Hey, how's it going, guys? Tech Notice here, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic Cyber Monday. Hope you guys are picking up the technology and gadgets you guys are looking for. But today we're going to be doing a Samsung Galaxy S8 versus the iPhone X display test. Now, there's a bit of controversy in my latest video on whether this display or this display is actually better and brighter than each other. Well, today I'm going to make things a little bit more fair. I'm going to be bringing this bad boy into the mix. This is going to make it seem exactly like as if the sun was beaming exactly right down to your display while you're walking out in the sunlight. Now, I know my latest video wasn't very thorough and it wasn't very scientific because I used this little thing right here with the little beaming LED at the back to actually mimic the sun's output, but that just won't do. So we're going to bring this in with all the LEDs shining directly down on it. Through this video right here, I hope you guys get a clear idea of which display is actually going to be brighter. So today we're going to be comparing purely the brightness of the displays and the viewing angle. I'm actually going to be throwing a mix of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 into here as well. So throughout the video, just take a look at for that one, and I'll show you guys exactly the blue shift and the brightness of each displays. Now for the Samsung Galaxy S8, we're going to be starting out with this picture right here. So both of them have it preloaded up and the brightness is completely to the max on both devices. True Tone is turned off on the iPhone and blue filter has been turned off on the Samsung Galaxy S8, as well as power saving, as some of you guys have mentioned, does affect the brightness of the Samsung S8. So everything has been turned off, and these are all the settings that you guys can see on your very own device. Taking a look at this, what do you guys see? Which display is actually better? Which display is actually brighter? In my comparison, I actually think this one is still brighter, although the color of this one just looks a lot better. We'll jump into the next app and we'll see how well they do. Now going out into the home screen, you guys give me your opinion, your comments below. Which one do you actually see is brighter? I feel like the iPhone is just a little bit more washed out in this case, whereas this one actually keeps the color very well. But the brightness again goes to the iPhone X. Now we'll jump into a wider screen. We're going to jump into Safari and we'll jump into Samsung Internet here. This is going to give us a purely white background, and let's see how well they do. So both of them have Google loaded right on top right here. And again, I do see that the Samsung is a little bit more dimmer than the iPhone over here. Some of you guys have mentioned that the Samsung S8 over here has 1000 nits. Keep in mind that the 1000 nit only happens when all the pixels are actually turned off and a small portion of the screen is actually visible. And as for the iPhone X over here, we actually have 800 nits throughout the entire UI. So that's why it's a little bit more brighter than the Samsung Galaxy S8. And I'll jump right into settings to show you guys that auto brightness has been turned off on both devices. The iPhone actually hid the auto brightness so deep inside, it took me a while to actually jump in and find where the toggle is. But auto brightness is turned off on the S8 over here, and auto brightness is also turned off on the iPhone. Now we'll just jump back onto the same apps and we'll launch up this little bad boy right here, and we're gonna see how much of a difference it actually makes. So we are on the Safari screen and we are on the Samsung Internet. So at this point, I do see that the iPhone is a little bit brighter than the Samsung. We're just gonna bring this up and we'll see what kind of difference we actually can see. So keep in mind, guys, this actually is very bright. It can actually hurt your eyes just staring directly into it. It might not be picked up by the camera because the camera automatically adjusts the exposure. But right away, I'm gonna move over and I'll see how much of a change it actually does. So I can actually see a difference there, guys. So this time around, I see that the Samsung was actually brighter for a few seconds right here before it turned off. So it does show that the Samsung does have a little bit of extra power when it is into the sunlight, whereas the iPhone keeps exactly where it is. The brightness just seems way more intense when it's in direct sunlight, whereas just sliding the bar doesn't really do anything. But it still doesn't seem as bright as the iPhone. Now I'm going to put the light right on top of the Samsung Galaxy S8 to give the full potential of whatever it's actually producing. And I'll move it away really quickly. So right now, with the light pointing directly at the sensor right up top, this should be the full brightness of the S8 and the iPhone. Now you guys drop me a comment below telling me which one is actually brighter. I still look like the iPhone is brighter in my opinion. I'm going to move it right away really quickly and see what kind of change we can see. So give it a few seconds, you can see that the Samsung Galaxy S8 actually dims down even though it's on full brightness right now. So then again, guys, this is the test of the brightness on both devices. Hope you guys can see that the iPhone X is actually a little bit more brighter in my opinion. But you guys drop me a comment below telling me what you guys see here. Now we're going to jump over to the blue shift test, and Now that we're done with the Samsung Galaxy S8 and the iPhone 10, we're going to jump over to a video of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Now this is supposedly going to be pumping out 1,200 nits compared to the iPhone and compared to the Samsung Galaxy S8 over here. So let's watch the video and see how well it does compared to the iPhone. Hey, how's it going guys? Tech Notice here, and since I don't have the Galaxy Note 8 in hand right now, I actually came to a store and give you guys a glance at what the brightness of the both OLED displays is going to look like. So as some of you guys mentioned that the OLED of the Note 8 is much brighter in direct sunlight, and as you guys can see right up there, we do have a lot of shining bright light beaming right down on the two displays, and the iPhone 8 over here is on max brightness as well as the Note over here. And power saving is off for some of you guys that were thinking that it was on. So we have blue light filter is off, and we have max brightness on both right now. And there you guys go. Now I'm going to launch up some apps right here with the white background. I'll show you guys exactly how bright it goes. So we'll go Safari over here and go Internet over here. There you guys go. Oh, the iPhone over here, no doubt, just totally looks way more brighter and way more clear than the Note 8. And some of you guys might argue the fact, but here you guys go. There is nothing I'm playing around with right here. It's exactly as what you guys see. So it looks a little bit even more bluer on the Note 8 than on the iPhone. So honestly, I'll give you guys a little shift on the side. And I think the iPhone is actually much brighter on the side as well. So the viewing angle, of course, is a little bit distorted when it's over to its shift, but not as bad as the Note 8 over here. You guys tell me what else you guys want to see. I know some of you guys are going to mention, oh, I'm going to have a bunch of stuff turned on or off on the Note 8 that I supposedly should be doing, but otherwise, you guys dropping me a comment below telling me what you guys want to see. So there you guys go. You guys can see in the video that the iPhone is actually still brighter than the Note 8, and that's with the exact same settings punched in on the S8 as you saw earlier. Now the Note 8 just seems like a little bit more tinted, a little bit more blue, and in that video it should show you guys the viewing angle on that as well. So now we're going to jump into the viewing angles of the Samsung S8 over here. Now the S8 and the iPhone is both loaded up at the exact same home screen. We're going to tilt it up just a little bit and see the changes in both. So on the home screen, both devices actually look fantastic. There's no differences whatsoever. We're moving it over to the side or to the front. The viewing angle is still very beautiful. The white still looks very bright on both devices, although I do see a tiny bit of tint of blue looking directly down at it at this point. Well, we'll shift it up just a little bit here. So it's very apparent that the S8 over here does have the blue shift moving over to the side. It's very apparent again that the blue shift does happen to the S8 more than it does on the iPhone. So it's not that the iPhone doesn't actually do it. If I tilt it enough, the blue shift actually happens, and this is very apparent when you leave it right next to an LCD display. But it's not that bad, and I think Apple actually did a great job calibrating this. Now the Samsung isn't the same case here. Tilting it over to the side, you can see that the blue starts to go in quite a bit. And again, I hope the camera is actually picking this up clearly enough for you guys to see. But the Samsung is actually having the worst blue shift or viewing angle of the both devices. So there's nothing to argue guys here. There's nothing in here that has been changed. The settings are exactly the same. And if I actually turned on blue light filter, it will look just a little bit more different here. It's more yellowish. So blue light filter is off, the brightness is on, power saving is off, and everything else is exactly where it should be. Blue shift on both devices. So this should wrap it up for this video guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and drop me a comment below on what else I am missing. So most of you guys usually always have comments on what you guys want to see. Drop it below, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and don't forget about that notification button guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.